Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that is deceptively simple yet utterly foundational to your health, especially as you cruise past that 50-year mark. We're going to talk about water. Now, I know what you're thinking, Dr. Carter. I drink plenty of water. I'm hydrated. And you're probably right. You're likely drinking enough volume. But here's the problem. Plain water is often not enough. In fact, for men over 50 concerned with vitality, energy, and DS, that all-important blood flow, drinking plain water can be a massive missed opportunity. It's like owning a Ferrari and only driving it in first gear. We're not just talking about hydration here. We're talking about cellular signaling, vascular flexibility, and the raw electrical power of your body. As we age, our body's ability to absorb and utilize essential micronutrients changes dramatically. What worked for you in your 20s and 30s simply doesn't cut it anymore. Specifically, I want to talk about minerals, the unsung heroes of your internal ecosystem. These microscopic elements are responsible for everything from regulating your heartbeat to transmitting nerve signals to, most critically for this discussion, relaxing your blood vessels and ensuring a strong, consistent flow of blood to every corner of your body, including the parts that are necessary for peak performance. If you are a man over 50 and you are looking for an easy, cost-effective daily hack that works in conjunction with everything else you're doing, right? Your diet, your exercise, your supplements, then this is the video for you. I'm going to introduce you to not just one, but a few powerful mineral options and show you exactly why and how adding just a small pinch of the right ingredient to your daily water intake can fundamentally change your energy levels and your vitality. By the end of this, you'll never look at a glass of plain water the same way again. Let's first address the anatomy of aging and hydration. When you were younger, your kidneys were filtration champions. Your digestive tract was a nutrient-absorbing superstar. You sweated, you drank, you absorbed, and your body kept everything perfectly balanced. As we reach our 50s, a few things start to happen that impact how our body uses water. First, your thirst mechanism dulls. You don't feel as urgently thirsty, leading to chronic low-grade dehydration, even if you think you're drinking enough. Second, your kidneys become less efficient at retaining water, causing you to excrete essential minerals, electrolytes, more quickly than you absorb them. You become a slow leak, constantly draining the precious battery charge. Third, and most critically for blood flow, we need to talk about the vascular system. The inside of your arteries and capillaries is where the magic happens. Over time, those smooth muscle walls can become stiff and less pliable, which means they don't relax easily when commanded to. This stiffness is the enemy of strong blood flow. Plain water by itself simply hydrates the fluid outside your cells. It does a great job of replacing volume, but it doesn't contain the electrical charge necessary to help the water and the nutrients it carries cross the cell membrane. That electrical charge comes from electrolytes, which are simply minerals dissolved in water that carry an electrical impulse. When these essential minerals are lacking, your cellular communication breaks down. Your muscles struggle to contract, your nerves misfire, and your blood vessels don't get the clear signal to dilate and open up. This isn't about drinking fancy mineral water. This is about being a proactive, informed health advocate for yourself. Understanding which specific minerals are most often depleted and most critical for vascular health as you age. If there is one mineral I could implore every man over 50 to focus on, it is magnesium. Magnesium is an absolute powerhouse. It is involved in over 300 different enzymatic processes in the body. If you've heard me talk before, you know I call it the ultimate chiller mineral. It's responsible for relaxing smooth muscles throughout your body. Now, where are these smooth muscles crucial for male vitality? They are everywhere, but specifically in the walls of your arteries and the corpora cavernosa, the spongy cylindrical tissues within the penis that fill with blood to achieve an erection. For blood flow to be optimal, the arterial walls need to be pliable. When they get the signal from the body, the neurological signal that it's time for action, they need to be able to relax, dilate, and open wide. This process of vasodilation is heavily dependent on the presence of sufficient magnesium. When you are deficient in magnesium, which let's face it, over 75% of the adult population is due to soil depletion in modern diets, your blood vessels are constantly tight, slightly constricted. This is called vasoconstriction. Magnesium helps to counteract this tension. It acts like a powerful natural calcium channel blocker. And calcium is the mineral that promotes muscle contraction. Magnesium essentially steps in and says, hold on, let's take a breath. Let's relax the tension. Adding a highly bioavailable form of magnesium to your water is a phenomenal way to ensure systemic relaxation. It's absorbed quickly through the gut, enters the bloodstream, and immediately starts sending those chill-out signals to your cardiovascular system. This translates directly to easier, stronger, and more sustained blood flow throughout your entire body, which, as you can imagine, is profoundly beneficial for overall energy and intimate performance. The second mineral we need to reclaim is sodium. I know. For decades, we've been told that sodium is the enemy, linked to high blood pressure and heart disease. But this is where context and quality matter immensely. The problem isn't sodium itself. The problem is the vast amount of poor quality processed table salt found in processed foods. That white hyper-processed stuff has been stripped of virtually every other mineral, leaving only a harsh, concentrated chemical that throws your body's delicate electrolyte balance into chaos. However, pure unrefined sea salt or pink Himalayan salt is a completely different story. These salts contain not just sodium chloride, but a whole spectrum of trace minerals, often around 84 different elements, including small amounts of potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Sodium is the master gatekeeper of hydration. It is absolutely crucial for maintaining the right fluid balance inside and outside your cells. Without adequate sodium, your body struggles to hold on to the water you drink, meaning you'll constantly drink more and simply excrete it. This leads to that feeling of being perpetually thirsty despite consuming gallon after gallon. Furthermore, sodium works in a powerful partnership with potassium to run the sodium-potassium pump, which is the mechanism that powers almost all cellular activity, including nerve conduction and muscle contraction. Getting enough high-quality sodium in your water ensures that the water you drink is actually pulled into the cells where it belongs, leading to superior cellular hydration, better nerve response, and more efficient muscle function. A tiny small pinch of high-quality unrefined salt in a large glass of water, particularly in the morning, is a completely different nutritional entity than the highly concentrated salt found in a bag of chips. This simple addition can drastically improve your hydration, which then optimizes your blood volume, making it easier for your heart to pump and your blood vessels to deliver oxygen where it's needed most. If magnesium is the chiller and sodium is the gatekeeper, then potassium is the counterbalance. Potassium is the third leg of the electrolyte stool, and its primary job is to ensure proper cell signaling, especially in the heart muscle and throughout the vascule. While magnesium relaxes the arteries, potassium works closely with sodium to maintain that essential electrical gradient across cell membranes. Crucially, potassium has a well-documented role in managing blood pressure. It helps your body excrete excess sodium, which can be beneficial for men who already have higher blood pressure or whose diet leans toward processed foods. The balance between sodium and potassium is a fine line. In the modern Western diet, the vast majority of people consume far too much processed sodium and far too little potassium found abundantly in fresh fruits and vegetables. When we talk about enhancing blood flow, we are talking about creating a harmonious balance. You need enough quality sodium to pull water into the cells, but you need plenty of potassium to counterbalance it, ensuring that the arterial walls remain flexible and responsive. Adding potassium can be a little trickier as too much can be problematic, but supplementing with a small amount of an easily dissolvable potassium chloride powder or simply using a potassium-rich mineral blend in your water is an excellent strategy to restore this often neglected mineral ratio. By supporting this delicate balance, you are giving your heart and your entire network of blood vessels the tools they need to operate at peak efficiency. While not a classic electrolyte in the same vein as magnesium or sodium, zinc is a mineral that plays an incredibly important role in male vitality, which makes its inclusion in a daily water hack highly beneficial, especially for older men. Zinc is a cornerstone for the production and regulation of testosterone. Research consistently shows that even marginal deficiencies in zinc can negatively impact testicular function, leading to decreased levels of this vital male hormone. Since testosterone is critical for energy, mood, muscle mass, and libido, ensuring adequate zinc intake is non-negotiable for men over 50. Beyond hormones, zinc is an absolute powerhouse for your immune system. As we age, immune function often declines, making us more susceptible to illness. Keeping your immune system robust requires a steady, reliable supply of zinc, which acts as a fundamental component for countless immune cells. While you don't typically add large amounts of zinc powder to water, using a high-quality liquid zinc supplement, often just a few drops in your water once a day, is an extremely effective way to ensure consistent, highly bioavailable intake. This is particularly useful because zinc is often poorly absorbed when taken in tablet form. By mixing a few drops into your water, you are guaranteeing that this essential regulator is immediately available to your system, supporting your immune defenses and critically maintaining that hormonal readiness that underpins true vitality. Finally, let's briefly touch on iron. While iron supplementation is usually only necessary if you have a known deficiency, and you should absolutely speak to your doctor before supplementing with iron, it's crucial to understand its foundational role in blood flow. Iron is the central component of hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that is solely responsible for carrying oxygen from your lungs to every single cell in your body, including your muscles and those crucial tissues that require oxygen for rigidity. Without adequate iron, your blood can't carry enough oxygen, leading to fatigue, lethargy, and a general feeling of being drained. This condition, known as anemia, directly impacts performance and vitality by starving your tissues of their most vital fuel. If your doctor has determined you are low in iron, using a gentle, easily absorbed liquid iron supplement mixed into water can be agamaker. It improves the quality of your blood flow by enhancing its oxygen-carrying capacity. Remember, strong blood flow isn't just about volume. It's about the quality of the cargo being delivered. The ultimate intention behind these recommendations is to foster consistency, not to introduce unnecessary complexity into your already busy day. You absolutely should not feel compelled to add every single one of these essential minerals to every glass of water every time you take a sip. The most effective strategy is a targeted approach, to cycle these supplements and directly address the specific mineral deficiencies that are most relevant to your current lifestyle and health goals. The simplest place to begin transforming your fluid intake is with the daily vasodilator hack, a routine focused intensely on relaxation and optimizing blood flow. You should initiate this practice first thing in the morning, setting a positive circulatory tone for the entire day. In a generous glass or a portable bottle of water, you will choose one of two options. The first is adding a readily available form of magnesium powder. Because absorption is key, opt for a highly soluble preparation such as magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate powder. Begin with a modest dose, perhaps 1/2 of a regular teaspoon, or strictly adhere to the suggested daily serving found on the packaging, ensuring that the powder is completely dissolved into the water before consumption. This serves as a potent signal to your vascular system to relax and dilate. Alternatively, you might prefer the salt hack, which is the simplest foundational solution. If you choose this path, introduce just a small pinch of high-quality unrefined sea salt. And when I say small, I mean an amount that barely manages to cover every tip of your pinky finger. This provides essential whole-spectrum electrolytes to enhance cellular hydration right from the start of your day. Moving beyond daily relaxation, we look at the hormone and immune boost, a strategy specifically focused on deeper systemic regulation. To ensure you are receiving these vital trace minerals, make it a point to incorporate this step once a day, ideally taken alongside a main meal. Here the recommendation zinc drops utilizing a liquid zinc supplement. Adding the recommended serving of this liquid directly to a glass of water is an excellent method as it significantly bypasses the common issue of poor absorption and stomach irritation that can sometimes plague traditional zinc tablets. This simple liquid delivery guarantees that your crucial immune defenses and hormonal readiness are reliably supported throughout the day. Finally, we address the blood pressure balancer dedicated to recalibrating the critical electrolyte ratio in your body. If your nutritional intake of fresh fruits and vegetables is less than optimal, or if you are consistently highly active, engaging in exercise that causes significant sweating, then you must pay close attention to your potassium levels. Fourthus, Seek out a potassium-rich blend, specifically an electrolyte powder that is carefully formulated to be low in sugar, but possesses a substantial robust potassium content. A suggested practice is to add approximately a half scoop of this powder to your water, consuming it either during the activity itself or immediately following your workout to replace losses and aid swift recovery. By committing to making small yet incredibly mindful adjustments to your standard water routine, you are effectively transitioning your habit from merely simple hydration to a powerful state of functional hydration. You are no longer just filling your tank. You are purposefully creating an electrically charged, nutrient-dense liquid that your cells can instantly recognize and utilize. This sends clear, powerful biochemical signals throughout your entire network of blood vessels, prompting them to relax, open up fully, and therefore deliver peak performance-enhancing blood flow to every necessary tissue. This isn't merely water anymore. It truly becomes a liquid mineral supplement, expertly tailored to address the unique, evolving requirements of the body once it moves past that 50-year threshold. I urge you to try this straightforward hack with unwavering consistency for a full 3-week period and pay close attention to the undeniable improvements in your baseline energy, your mental clarity, your physical strength, and your overall vitality. Taking this one simple, powerful step today is a guaranteed investment that your future 60-year-old self will undoubtedly thank you for. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more health and vitality tips, and share this video with a friend who might still be drinking plain old water. Let me know in the comments below which mineral you're going to start adding today. I'm Dr.